product that's healthier than any other product on the market, and the most socially connected generation in the history of the world, in one of the worst economies since the Great Depression in the 1920s. That makes perfect sense to me, right? And so those companies, Amway and Avon and Herbalife, right? Amway did $12 billion last year in sales. $12 billion. Avon, a makeup company, so they don't even use guys in that company, they made $11 billion last year. The MLB did 10.5. I think that if a makeup company can do $11 billion, I think an energy drink and an energy drink market that's going to triple in the next 3 years, and the weight loss market's going to be about 3.5% this year, I think we have a good product, especially in the market for it, right? That makes perfect sense to me, guys. But basically, there's a few phases of any company. I want to talk about the first two and most important ones. The first one is foundation mode, okay? That's when the company's new, it's brand new, they just launched their product, just launched their compensation plan. People are starting to hear about it for the first time, right? But what happens? People reject it. They say it's too good to be true. Well, if everything's too good to be true, what will be true? You'll never find a true opportunity, right? People say no, and that's fine, right? Humans are naturally resistant to change. What did you guys do when you heard about Facebook? Screw that, dude, I got MySpace, okay? What happened? What's his name? Tom sold it for $500 million. Right? Because he couldn't even compete with Facebook. All right? If our parents knew where Apple was going to billions, they would have put money in it. If they knew that Facebook was going to millions, or billions, excuse me, they would have put money in it. Because what every wealthy person knows, the 3% of America knows, is that if you want to be wealthy, you got to recognize a trend, get onto it before it becomes obvious to the public eye. That's where wealth is created, is recognizing it before everyone else does. You want to join the band when it's forming, not when it's playing sold-out shows in Madison Square Garden, right? So the foundation though, people start rejecting it, but guess what? Then you start hearing about success. People in cars. Some people going 0 to 6 figures. Some people going 0 to 7 figures in 2 years, like my best friend did, all right, a couple months ago, and his freaking cousin, okay? And then momentum mode hits. That's where the exponential increase happens. That's the golden phase of any company. Companies dream of hitting this. And it lasts from 2 to 10 years. It's like a rolling snowball down a hill. It gets so big and goes so fast you couldn't stop it if you wanted to. Right? Because those people that first say, no, hear about it again, like, wait, this actually makes sense, I'm going to get back on board now. Right? Well, guess what? Those companies, Amway and Avon and Herbalife, that do billions of dollars a year in sales, they hit their momentum mode in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Guess what they did not have in the 70s, 80s, and 90s?
Facebook.
The internet.
Galaxy S4.
They didn't have Facebook either.
Facebook, dude. Twitter. Instagram, man. How did social media blow up? Us. Kids. Adults have no idea how to use social media. Any revolution that's ever happened in the history of the world has started because of young people. Right? The civil rights of young people. Okay? You name it, dude. Facebook happened because of us. Twitter happened because of us. That new Drake's album happened because of us, dude. I got that new Drake album 4 days before it came out, when it leaked, right? That next day, everyone was talking about it. Like that, dude. That's how socially connected this generation is, right? So if our company, is predicted to do multiple billions, right? It's not a question of whether they go to billions, it's just how many times over, okay? You would think that, some top leaders of other companies would probably want to switch over, right? Well, there's this guy named Anthony Powell. He was the #3 distributor in Herbalife. Herbalife does about $9 to $11 billion last year. I'm not sure what the exact number was. All right. He made $500,000 a month in Herbalife. Okay. Now put yourself in his shoes for a second. All right. You are now making $500,000 a month. You're chilling, dude. You're pretty set, right? You don't got any worries. You're making $500,000. What do you got to worry about? What do you care about? Go to the freaking Fiji or whatever, right? So, if you were to put that $500,000 check down to start over at zero someplace else for some other opportunity, there must be something pretty freaking good, right? Well, Anthony Powell switched to Vima in January and said this was going to be the biggest explosion in network marketing history. Because no company has ever been able to get these young age demographic guys. Right? Adults, they do one meeting a week and they say, dude, we gotta slow down, man. We're going way too fast. I'm tired of this, man. This is my 4th home event of the day. I've already done 6 Skype calls and I've done, probably maybe 5 phone calls. I don't even remember. All right? Kids work so much faster than adults do. 2 years ago, when this YPR started with his cousin and himself and 2 other people in a dorm room, there wasn't anyone making money. There wasn't any kids in cars. All it was a vision. Now it's just facts. Fast forward 2 years to this day, there's now 16,000 kids across the 62 countries doing this. 116 of them are now in cars like mine in Brock's, which is outside. All right? And 16 of those kids went 0 to 6 figures in under 2 years, dude. You just got to ask yourself, man, are you not physically and mentally capable of managing your own time and being your own boss? And I think we're all capable of that, creating our own, working whenever we want, with whoever we want, as much as we want. And the only person that can put a limit on how much money you make is yourself. I'm not your boss. Brock's not your boss. Your friend that brought you is your boss. Because there's this thing called position independence. The person who is most responsible for bringing in the most product, creating the most leaders, developing the most people, and putting the most time in and effort, and gets the most results, makes the most money every single time, no matter where you are. And according to most North Americans, that's basic capitalism. I'm sure they would all agree with that. Right? To me, this is the most ethical way to make money I've ever heard in my entire life. The only reason I'm up here tonight is because I've helped 8 of my friends get brand new cars. I've helped over 30 people make $1,000 a month. That's the only reason I'm where I am today. So I've helped more people than a lot of other people make money. Change their life, dude. I got some people in this room and on Skype right now that are trying to retire their parents, man. It's not my why anymore. Every time I get someone in the business that says, oh, my parents were homeless last week, that's now my why. Like, that is now my why, is that person, to make sure that they succeed, right? That's what this is all about, guys. You take away the money, the cars, and the watches, what do you see? Yeah? Look around. Look around. Bunch of normal kids, dude. I'm not a genius, right? I already said that, I made that clear. Neither is he, alright? All we are is a bunch of normal kids with above average goals and dreams. That's it. Nothing more. And all we did was we made a decision. But basically, guys, 3 types of people in this world, and I hate to break it to you, every single one of us is one of them. There's people who make things happen, there's people who watch things happen, and there's people who go, what the fuck just happened? Alright? Excuse my language. The people that go, what the F, what the hell just happened, luckily for all of us on this